Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to share something a bit personal, a journey I've been on for the past year that has completely changed my perspective on health, aging, and food. It all started with a routine checkup and a conversation with my doctor that, frankly, scared me. We talked about prostate health, a topic many guys my age tend to push to the back of their minds. The numbers weren't alarming, but they were a wake-up call. It was time to be proactive, not reactive. My doctor and I discussed various options, and one of the biggest takeaways was the incredible power of diet. He didn't just hand me a pamphlet, he explained how specific nutrients in certain foods could actively support prostate health. I left that office feeling not just worried but empowered. I decided right then and there to take control of my health. Starting with what was on my plate, I dove into research, cross-referencing studies and nutritionist advice, and came up with a plan. I wasn't looking for a magic cure, but a sustainable, long-term strategy. Today, I want to share the 5 powerhouse foods that became the cornerstone of my new lifestyle. This isn't just about theory, this is my real-world experience. So, the first food I incorporated, and probably one of the easiest, was tomatoes. And I mean tomatoes in all their glory, fresh, sun-dried, and especially cooked, like in tomato sauce or paste. Why? It all comes down to a powerful antioxidant called lycopene. This is the pigment that gives tomatoes their bright red color. What's amazing about lycopene is that our bodies can absorb it more easily when the tomatoes are cooked and consumed with a bit of healthy fat, like olive oil. So, I started making my own pasta sauces, adding tomato paste to stews, and even enjoying a simple tomato and mozzarella salad drizzled with good quality olive oil. It felt less like a chore and more like I was just upgrading my favorite meals. I noticed I had more energy, and just knowing I was actively consuming something so beneficial was a huge mental boost. Next on my list are cruciferous vegetables. Now, that sounds fancy, but we're talking about everyday staples like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and kale. I'll be honest, I was never a huge broccoli fan. It was always that thing on the side of the plate I'd eat last. But I learned that these veggies are packed with compounds like sulforaphane, which studies suggest have remarkable protective properties. The key was finding ways to make them delicious. I started roasting broccoli with garlic and a sprinkle of chili flakes until it was crispy and nutty, a total game changer. I shredded cabbage into salads for a satisfying crunch and blended kale into my morning smoothies. Suddenly, these weren't just healthy vegetables. They were versatile ingredients that added texture and flavor to my meals. It was about shifting my mindset from I have to eat this to I get to create something delicious with this. The third food that became a non-negotiable for me was green tea. I used to be a coffee all day kind of guy. I loved the ritual, the jolt of energy, but the research on green tea and its catechins, particularly one called EGCG, was just too compelling to ignore. These compounds are potent antioxidants that are thought to support cellular health throughout the body, including the prostate. I decided to replace my afternoon coffee with a cup of high-quality green tea. At first, it was a bit of an adjustment, but I grew to love the clean, earthy flavor and the gentle, sustained energy it provided, without the jitters or the afternoon crash I often got from coffee. It became a calming ritual, a moment to pause in the middle of a busy day. Plus, staying well hydrated is crucial for overall urinary health, so it was a double win. Number 4 on my list might surprise you: legumes. This category includes beans, lentils, and chickpeas. For a long time, meat was the star of my every meal, but I learned that plant-based proteins, especially from legumes, are incredibly beneficial. They're rich in fiber, which is great for digestive health and helps maintain a healthy weight, another key factor in prostate health. They also contain compounds called isoflavones. So, I started doing meatless Mondays, which soon turned into a few meatless days a week. I discovered the world of lentil soups, black bean burgers, and hummus. Not only were these meals incredibly cheap and filling, but they were also delicious. My body felt lighter, and I didn't feel that heavy, sluggish feeling after a big meal. It showed me that building a meal around plants wasn't about deprivation, but about discovering a whole new world of flavors and textures. Finally, the 5th and final addition to my diet was a focus on healthy fats, specifically from pumpkin seeds and fatty fish. I used to think all fat was bad, but that's just not true. Our bodies need healthy fats to function. Pumpkin seeds are a traditional go-to for men's health for a reason. They are an excellent source of zinc, a mineral that is highly concentrated in the prostate gland and is vital for its normal function. I started sprinkling them on my oatmeal, salads, and yogurt. They add a great crunch. Then, about twice a week, I made sure to eat fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, or sardines. These are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, which are famous for their anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic inflammation is linked to so many health issues, so getting that under control felt like a top priority. I'd bake salmon with lemon and herbs or make simple sardine toasts. It was an easy and tasty way to get those crucial omega-3 salts. So, a year has passed since that eye-opening doctor's visit. My recent checkup showed significant improvement. My numbers are in a much healthier range, and my doctor is thrilled with the progress. But beyond the lab results, I just feel better. I have more energy, I'm sleeping more soundly, and I have a sense of control over my well-being that I never had before. This journey wasn't about a radical restrictive diet. It was about making smart, consistent additions. It was about crowding out the less healthy stuff with nutrient-dense, delicious foods. It's a lifestyle, not a temporary fix. I want to be clear, I am not a doctor, and this is my personal story. It's so important to talk to your own healthcare provider about what's right for you. But I hope my experience can inspire you to look at your own plate and see it not just as food, but as a powerful tool for your health. You don't have to change everything overnight. Start with one thing. Maybe it's adding a tomato sauce to your pasta this week, or swapping one coffee for a green tea. Small changes, when done consistently, add up to a massive transformation. Your future self will thank you for it. Thanks so much for watching and letting me share my story. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on living a healthier, fuller life. See you in the next one.